happy December 30th, December 29th to you, right? Hope you guys are doing great tonight. I'm Coach Burt. I'm going to wait on some folks to jump on tonight on this topic of how to monetize a message, something that I've been doing for the last 20-something years. And I am incredibly excited about breaking this concept down for you. I've got pages of notes to help you tonight that I've broken this down and codified my journey of monetization, and I can't wait to help you with the monetization of your concept. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Eric White on my team is going to be on here tonight. Eric at CoachBurt.com. As you need anything, if you want to schedule a strategy session with me about your concept, your book, your mindset, how you want to speak, coach, train, lead, I want to encourage you, just reach out to Eric at CoachBurt.com and he will be able to get you scheduled and help you, right? So let's see who's got on here, guys. If you just jumped on tonight, it always does my heart good to see where you're from. So if you want to jump on, Ashley White, Beth, Brian, Carl, Catherine, Chris Yarborough. Man, look at all these folks on here tonight. Okay, I'm on my wife's computer tonight because she's out at the lodge and I'm here at my house. And I wasn't anticipating being here at my house, but something came up. I had to come over here. So I'm jumped out to my office to do this for you tonight. Tell me where you're from tonight. James Rush in Houston, Texas. So if you guys are typing in, LaDawn Townsend, you're on my radar. Can't wait to, I got some things to talk with you about. Look at that, Northport, Florida. Lake Arrowhead, California. There we go. Denver, Colorado. Sharp, Kentucky. Chicago. Come on, Nicole Travis. Okay, good. Pleasanton, California. I've been there. Birmingham, Alabama. I've been there. Wise, Virginia. Look at all these folks coming in from all over the country. Jimmy's on here. Terry Burgess. Maurice, Michigan. Rockville, Tennessee. Come on. Right down the road from me. You could have came over to my office. West Palm Beach, one of my favorite places, by the way. Miami's in the house. Waldo, Oklahoma, Ohio. Port St. Lucie. I got a story about Port St. Lucie when I was a basketball coach. We used to play in a basketball tournament in Port St. Lucie, Florida every year. So Holland, Michigan, Mike Ricketts, what's up? Sandra, Deborah, Frank. Man, it does my heart good. Look at all these folks on here. See you next week, Kelly. Atlanta's in the house. Can't wait for it to be at my lodge in Tennessee. Gene from Dallas, Texas. Okay, come on. LaGrange, Georgia. I like that. Atlanta, Georgia. We got some Atlanta folks in the house tonight. So great. We had 200 people register for tonight's webinar. Thank you for that. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. And you're off to finishing this year strong. And what I'm going to tell you tonight and what I'm going to teach you tonight really started very early in my life. And I'm going to kind of tell you some of my story to help you draw some what's called points of origin in your life. Tonight's webinar is about how you monetize a message. And over 200 million Americans, that's 81% of Americans say they want to write a book. And in essence, I have a very strong belief. I believe that you have a song to sing, and I believe you had people to sing that song to. Now, where the breakdown occurs many times for people is I feel like I do have a message, but I don't quite know how to package that message, and I don't know how to monetize that message. And monetization is simply you are being paid for your message. You are being paid to speak, coach, train, lead, monetize something, an experience, a mindset, a mental thought, a mental construct, a solution to a problem. In essence, you're being compensated to share a message with the world. Yesterday, I signed a major publishing deal with McGraw-Hill. That's one of the major publishers in the world on my new book called Flip the Switch about how to activate the prey drive in your team. And they will compensate me in the form of an advance. Thank you, LaDawn. So they will pay me to write the book. And then we will share in the spoils of the book. And that book will be in every major airport, every bookstore in America, really internationally. So that is a way to monetize a message. But that's only a small part of a bigger equation here, guys. And that's my 17th book. So what over the last, 28 years of my coaching journey, I have been coaching people from all walks of life, and I have figured out how to take a message, an experience, a mental construct, and solve a problem for monetization. So let's get into this tonight. Thank you, number one, for joining me. I'm going to give you 45 minutes of a great webinar. Eric White on my team is here to help you. I feel very strongly that I am qualified to help you tonight in this area of speaking, coaching, training, leading online academies, because I've been able to do this over the last, really professionally since I was 25 years old, is when I started speaking for money. It's when I wrote my first book. And that's when the monetization began taking place in my life. So I'm going to help you tonight. I'm going to help you speak, coach, train, and lead. So I got 3 questions for you to start off. Number one, if the answer to this question is yes, then I do believe you have a message to share with the world. Number one, do you believe that you have very valuable experiences that could help other people? Okay, this is really where this starts. Do you believe something that's happened in your life, some experience you've gone through, some knowledge you've accrued, some mentorship you've had, some outlook, some breakdown, some breakthrough? Do you believe that you have something that would be beneficial to somebody else? And the answer to that is yes, right? Every person on here has gone through breakdowns, breakthroughs, unique perspective. And so the answer to question number one is yes, I do believe I have something. That's what I believed. 25 years old. I had been coaching for 10 years. There were no manuals. I made lots of mistakes. At 25 years old, I said, man, I really want to help other coaches. That's really how my book writing journey started. Is I sat down at 25 and I said, man, I have experiences. I've had breakdowns. I've had breakthroughs. I want to use these to help young coaches. That's really how I started, because I've been coaching for 10 years. So if you're out there and you're going, man, I got something, I know it would be valuable to somebody. I just hadn't quite figured that out. Tonight, we're going to figure that part out. We're going to figure out what fascinates you, how to package it, and how to market and sell it. Okay. That which fascinates me, like, hey, I went through this. It fascinates me. I worked my way through it. I now want to package it, which means a way somebody can absorb. And then I want to monetize it. I want to sell it. And we'll get to that. Question number 2, do you have a desire? Do you have a desire? Speak for money. Do you have a desire to coach people for money? And here's what's interesting. I have my Sprinter van towed over to the Mercedes dealership today because there was a piece wrong with it and it couldn't get it started. And the guy who came and picked it up said, man, I kind of coach my people. I got 7 people that do this. And I could tell he had a desire to coach, right? He's driving a lift to pick up the thing, but he said, man, I got a desire to coach other people. So do you have a desire to speak, coach, train, lead, write? Look at how I put these in buckets. I got a desire to speak. I got a desire to train. I have a desire to coach. I have a desire to write. See, these are all buckets. See, when I look at what I do for a living, I speak and I get paid to speak, but also I speak to market. It's my number one marketing strategy is speaking. And then I also coach. And I define coaching as engaging people in a set of systematic behaviors that allows them to do something tomorrow that they can't do today. That's coaching. I'm engaging you in a set of behaviors. Like my coaching program of Monster Producer is a coaching program. Every week I'm coaching. I have a structure and a framework. There are people coming into the cycle every day. There's a program. I'm coaching people. Training is in my online academy. Okay. Training is when you're training daily. You're learning like an athlete that's training. And the way I train people is I train them in my online academy, right? So they can train every day. So when I do come in and coach, they are familiar with my content. That's another way to monetize. And then lead. And leading is where you are being compensated to help lead a division. It's where you're being compensated to build an initiative. Okay. Now, Hubert McIntosh asked, define mentoring. I actually believe there's a significant difference between coaching and mentoring. Okay. Hubert is in my coaching program, a monster producer. So there's a systematic rhythm. Every Monday, I'm coaching him. Throughout the week, there's coaching in the private Facebook group. We're moving. That is coaching. Mentoring would be where Hubert comes to me and he wants some counsel or advice, or maybe I'm going to mentor him through a problem he's got. But there's little or no accountability. There's not a lot of structure to the mentoring. There's not this expectation, right? And that, to me, that's a very different bucket than coaching. Okay. I don't pay a lot of my mentors, I pay a lot of my coaches. Okay. So think of a mentor as a person that has gone through something. They're helping you through it. There may not be a financial exchange here. Like my grandfather was a mentor to me. Okay. Dr. Covey was a mentor to me, but he was also one of my coaches because I compensated his company to coach me through that. Okay. Now, third question. If you want to share your message with the world, and this is a big missing structure. So let's say you have a book, you have a message, you have a concept, you have a mental construct, you have a solution to a problem, but you don't know how to share that. You don't know how to brand and market and distribute that message. Okay. That's something we're going to talk about tonight because I actually believe that I don't know how you can help me. There's 113 people on here tonight. I don't know, right, how Kelly can help me or Tommy can help me or Terry Burgess can help me until you show me, right? Like I went to the dentist this afternoon and the dentist knew who I was and he followed my work, but he didn't quite know how I coach people. He said, I know you coach, I know you speak, I know you were a successful basketball coach, but tell me about your coaching. And I said, well, here's an example of people I coach in the medical industry. He's like, oh, that's interesting. See, he didn't know how I could help him. He knew who I was. That's branding, but he didn't know how I could help him. So what would be the likelihood of him hiring me? It'd be very minimal if he didn't know how I could coach him. Oh, I coach successful people in the wellness industry like yourself to get a 43% increase in their business. Why don't you come down to my coaching program and check it out? I do high-end retreats around the country through my Tycoon package where we go to cool places and do boot camps. I know he was interested in coaching because he was in a similar coaching program that I was many years ago. So here's the deal. Many of you have a message, but it's like, I don't know what you do. I don't know how you can help me. You don't know how to brand and market yourself. So if that's you, raise your hand and say, man, I know I got a message, but I don't know how to market it. I don't know how to brand it. I don't know how to position it. Okay. And that's really a big problem because you can say I'm a coach, but it's like, I don't know. How do you help me? Right. If you watch me, watch all of the branding I do, all of the videos, all of the YouTube, all of the podcast, all of the distribution of my message to the marketplace. Okay. And so we can help you in all of those areas. Okay. All right. So let's get started on those things. So we've got the right people tonight. We know you're on the right podcast. We know that I can help you because I've got a demonstrated capacity of doing this over the last professionally, really 18 years. And so I'm going to put these into some buckets. Okay. Now, I actually started speaking when I was 15 years old. And you say, why is this important? This is why coaching is so critical. When I was in high school at 15 years old, a local dramatic arts specialist who had a passion for dramatic arts, that would be the art center, plays, came to me and said, I think you have some potential. I would like to coach you. And I said, well, what does that mean? Like, I'm a basketball player. Like, how does it work? And he's like, well, I want you to come to my house every night after basketball practice, and I'm going to teach you how to speak. Okay. And I didn't really understand at the time what he was teaching me other than how to draw up a speech. He was teaching me how to work a stage, how to pivot, how to make eye contact with the audience, how to have a rhythm and a cadence. How many of you believe that there's lots of people that have something to say, but the way they say it is not very impactful? Right. It's like you go see a person speak and it's like, dang, I read their book. They got a great book, but man, they were a terrible speaker, right? And I've seen this all the time, right? How you deliver, how you package, how you have a vocal tonality, how you have a cadence and a rhythm, right? Like boom, like how you share that with the message, okay? And so at 15 years old, I'm kind of learning these things. Okay. Coach, can we post a link in here to connect with other winners? Sure, sure you can. Now, when you're thinking about this, so at 15 years old, right, I go up there to his house every night. And this teaches me the value of a coach. He's teaching me, he's coaching me every night, rhythm, cadence, structure, eye contact, passion, conviction, intensity, right? Like I'm learning. And so it was then that I figured out, man, a coach can really speed things up for you. A coach can help you, right, like a coach can help you. So I was learning all these things. Now, when I start coaching my basketball team at 18 years old, this is the first part of your journey, is I love the coaching, but what I was fascinated by, this is very important because I'm gonna put these in 3 buckets tonight. What I was fascinated by was the psychology of inner engineering people. Okay. I was fascinated by understanding how to tap into the potential of a person. And although I was coaching basketball, what I was most interested in was how do I get more out of these people? Okay. So the first step is going to be for you what both fascinates you and motivates you. What both fascinates you and motivates you. Well, that fascination led me to start studying certain people. And one of the people I started studying was Dr. Stephen Covey. And Covey had the 7 habits of highly effective people. He had the principle centered leadership. He had first things first, right? He had all of these things. And here's what I learned from him. Okay. He started teaching me, Ken Jocelyn, how to package a concept. And this is very, very important. If the good Lord has given me any gifts, I can't cook, I'm geographically illiterate, I can't fix a car, but what I can do is take a concept and package that concept in a way that that allows another person to understand and break it down. So what I do is I take complicated concepts and I codify those concepts. Okay, I want you to really hear what I'm saying to you. Because if you're going to speak for money, if you're going to write books, if you're going to coach people, you're going to have to learn how to codify a concept, which means deconstruct how something works. And you're going to have to learn how to package it in a way that you can deliver it. So I'm studying Covey, and I'm noticing Covey's got 7 habits. And Patrick Lencioni had the 5 dysfunctions of teams. And Maxwell had the 5 levels of leaders. And Peter Senge had the 5 disciplines of a learning organization. See, some of you want to speak, but you haven't codified anything. It's just all energy. It's cotton candy, man. It's all hype. And that's okay. But you're never going to make the big money unless you have the real methodology behind the message. Okay. So the first step is I become fascinated with inner engineering people to play at a high level. So first question for you is what fascinates you and motivates you to the point that you could study it and codify it? I want you to type in the chat box right here. If I came to see you speak, I came to see you coach, if I paid you to be my coach, what methodology would you coach me through? Why would I exchange money to you? What problem would you solve for me? Right? That's the exchange of money, the monetization. And I'm going to get into this. So from 18 to 25, I'm studying Covey and I'm going, oh, okay, I see how he does it. I'm going to teach my people these 7 habits. I'm going to break down the whole person theory. I'm going to learn how to tap into the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. Okay. Now, if you don't have this in place, there will not be an exchange of money, folks, because you don't have anything to market. You don't have a methodology. You don't have a formula. And that's really what people are paying for, because tonight is about monetization. How do you monetize a concept? I think it's great that you've been through a hard time in life. I think it's great that you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. I think it's great that you climbed to the top of Mount Everest. Okay. All of that is interesting, but I need some meat on the bone to go, this dude went from doing this to this, right? So for example, my book Single Digit Millionaire is the story of me going from a high school basketball coach to where I am today. That is the story of how I did it and how I think you can do it. Okay. My book, $1 Million Follow-Up, is my 7-touch follow-up system. My book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life, is my methodology for tapping into the whole person and inner engineering people. So first question is what both fascinates you and motivates you. So people are typing in. Thank you for that. Okay. What both fascinates you and motivates you. And here's the deal. From 18 to 31, guys, that's all I was interested in. I was fascinated by it. I studied it. I wrote about it. I learned it. I went to coaching clinics. I studied under the masters. And I'm like, I need a methodology. Okay. And my methodology has become the 3 activators of Prey Drive, the 5 parts of the 5 parts of the activators of Prey Drive, right? That's my methodology, the monster growth system, the 6 steps to building a system. Okay. Now, when you're thinking about this, first step, what are you fascinated by? So much so that you can become the expert in the world on it. Okay. The #1 expert in the world. Okay. Now, so when you're thinking about this concept, I want to put it into buckets. Number 1, find what fascinates. Number 1, find what fascinates. And it's got to be, it can't be like I'm just kind of interested in this. I mean, it fascinates me. I wake up in the morning and I could study it all day long. I'm motivated. Find what fascinates. Number 2, package the methodology, package the mental construct. Okay. So here's the deal. I'm fascinated by what? Inner engineering people. Okay. I'm practicing and packaging. I'm practicing on my team. I'm practicing every morning coaching my basketball players. I'm practicing on how does it work. I'm practicing on anybody who would listen. I'm practicing in free speaking engagements. I'm practicing, right? And while I'm practicing, I'm packaging. And packaging is taking concepts and codifying those so that other people can absorb the concept. The third step is branding and marketing. I want to become known for this. I'm fascinated and motivated. I've practiced and packaged. I am now ready to distribute my message to the marketplace, become a person of interest. Okay. And this year I'm doing boot camps on person of interest. How do you become known? Because I really wish someone would have told me this when I first started. I really wish someone would have said, Coach, it don't matter how good you are if nobody knows who you are. Branding is becoming known. Marketing is distribution of a message. Okay. And in person of interest, my boot camp person of interest, I'm going to show you how you become known. How do you become known? How do you become famous? How do you become a person of interest in the world? Because when this happens, you're going to sell more books. You're going to get more speaking engagements. You're going to have more people calling you to coach. You're going to have, right, your phone. There's going to be incoming demand for your market, for your services. Okay. So person of interest. Now, when you find what's fascinating and then you begin to package it, let me give you some ways that you could package it. Has everybody found what fascinates them? Okay. Mine is now the activation of Prey Drive, which is really what I've been doing for 28 years. That's what I'm most fascinated by. Okay. Thank you, Sandra. Renewing your mind. Good. Okay. What fascinates? Building dreams, setting goals. Marketing is distribution. There we go. Come on, folks. Okay. Part of my coaching structure. There you go. Good. Now we know. All right. Now closing deals. I like that. So here's the deal. I found what fascinates. Now let's talk about packaging. Let's talk about packaging. Packaging is taking your intellectual property, your experiences, your mental constructs, your codification, and it is putting it into something that other people can absorb. Okay. So I want you to think book is packaging. Okay. An event is packaging. A webinar is packaging. A coaching program is packaging. Virtual summits is packaging. All of this is packaging your content into a concept. Now, let's take one of my concepts and let me give an example. Let's take Prey Drive, for example. When it comes to this new concept I have called Flip the Switch, how to activate the Prey Drive in you and your team, what I'm really doing is I'm selling a system. Okay. Now, the question in a minute is going to be, who would pay for that system? See, this is where the monetization takes place. So I take Prey Drive and I said, I am the leading authority on planet Earth on the activation of prey drive. What is prey drive? An instinct to see something and go get it. But I didn't stop there. I studied all of the motivational theories. There's 20. I broke those down. I codified them. I studied what motivates people, what activates the drive in a person, how to keep a person moving in a direction. And then I put it into a curriculum. And I said, this is what prey drive is. This is why you need it. This is how you activate it. Then I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a book on it. I'm going to do a podcast on it. I'm going to do a virtual boot camp on it. I'm going to do a 2-day boot camp on it. I'm going to start including this curriculum as part of my monster growth system, right? I'm going to go around the world and speak on it. I'm going to do podcasts and interviews on it. I'm going to do webinars on it. I'm going to package this concept and I'm going to sell it to the world. And I'm going to convince the world through my branding and marketing that there is nobody on the planet more qualified to activate the prey drive in a person than me. And I'm going to tell the whole story. It's very important to monetization. I'm going to tell the whole story of starting coaching at 15 years old, championship coach by 30, 17 books, right? And I'm building my story as an authority figure. Okay. Some of you are very talented, but you do not know how to package and sell a concept. Remember these 3 words: position, buy, concept. Create incredible concepts that other people will gravitate toward. Okay. One of my first coaches, and I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaches. One of my first coaches said, before you become famous, learn to position by concept. And what he was saying was create incredible concepts, mental constructs that people need. So when I was writing down mine for tonight, right? Look at my base. Everybody needs a coach in life. Person of interest, $1 million follow-up, single-digit millionaire, prey drive. These are big concepts. Okay. These are big concepts. And this is important because if you have a basic concept, it's like when I go to the bookstore and I'm looking at books, it's like, I've already heard that. I've already heard that. I've already heard that. I've already heard that. I'm reading a book right now called $1 Billion Loser about Adam Newman and WeWork. That's a great title. The guy walked out of there with $1 billion. He created WeWork. There's 400 of them, right? When I'm looking at a bookshelf, I'm like, nah, already seen it, already seen it, already seen it. That book's been written 7 times. That's boring. That's not any good. You're looking for a concept that grabs you right by the throat. And you're like, dang, that's good. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. So I picked up a book the other day, said how to go from I don't know, how to get to 10 million in sales. That was kind of the concept of the book. Well, there's a lot of people stuck at 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 1 million. And if they have a blueprint and they've gotten X number of people to 10 million, that's a valuable concept. So when you're typing into me what you're fascinated by, I really want to challenge you tonight to take the fascination and put it into a powerful concept. But you can't make the concept complicated. This is a mistake I made with my book called Zebras and Cheetahs. The book was about how you look different and run faster, but it was too complicated. People would look at it and go, what does that mean? Zebras and cheetahs. Does the cheetah eat the zebra, right? Is it a kid's book? No, the zebra looks different, Jimmy, than all the other animals. A cheetah runs faster, folks. Well, I got too cute, man. I thought, man, this is a cool concept. Zebras and cheetahs. That's the title of the book. People still buy that book today, by the way. But here's the thing. I should have just said, look different and run faster. How to look different and run faster. That's what I should have said. Create great concepts. Now, I want to ask you right now, let's make a decision. The word decide means to kill off. How are you going to package your concept? What's the first thing you want to do? Do you want to write a book? And if you do, my publishing division can help you write the book. Okay. I have a team of people. They can have that book done in 90 to 120 days. They can make it a bestseller on Amazon. Okay. If you're interested in writing a book, email eric@coachburt.com and say, I want to write a book and I want Coach Burt's team to help me. We're doing 8 to 10 books a month for very successful people, and we're making those bestsellers on Amazon. We got the whole thing figured out. Okay, you can have that book in 120 days, boom, in your hands. So how do you want to package your concept, folks? I want you to type into the chat. Do you want to write a book? Do you want to do boot camps? Do you want to build a coaching program? Do you want to speak? Okay. Do you want to train? Okay. Do you want to just be a celebrity? What do you want to do? Okay. Look at these things. Okay. Speaking. Okay. Kelly Eichler, you definitely need to be at my coaching summit, my $1 million coaching summit. All right. Tammy, build my coaching career. Good. Speaking and training. Start with the book, DS. Coaching, speaking, and writing. Live seminars. Okay. Good. Look at all these people here. Okay. There we go. Ashley White. There we go. Justin, coaching, speaking, boot camps. Good. This is very important. Picking a business model is so critical to this equation. And you may not know, thank you, Sean, you may not know what you want to do until you start doing it. Like I love boot camps. I love boot camps at my lodge. Okay. I'm doing Flip the Switch next week at my lodge. It's going to be incredible. Sean Vernon, Evan Vernon, I'm doing $1 Million Coaching Summit, January 12th through the 14th. And then I'm doing the Monster Growth Boot Camp on January 28th, 29th. I love boot camps at locations I own. That's my preferred way. I love speaking, Cynthia, because there's energy. Okay. So I love going to speak on an incredible concept, the hype of the audience, and then having something for them to take action on that day. They can buy my coaching program. They can come to my boot camp. They can, right? Like you need to design your program around what you love doing. If you hate one-to-one coaching, folks, you don't need to sign a bunch of people up to coach them one-to-one. Okay. And these are all things I've done in my life. Okay. So now we know how we want to package it. And I would encourage you, start with one concept. Start with one concept. Okay. Just start with one thing. Eric's email is eric@coachburt.com, ERIC@coachburt.com. Okay. Now, and I've done all this, by the way. I've done one-to-one coaching. I've done group coaching. I've used a church model. I simulcast my programs. I sell online programs. Okay. Like I've done it all, folks. I'm now building greatness factories, which is a new thing I'm doing, which is my next big play. Now let's get into monetization. Let's get into monetization. We got a live audience here tonight, Eric. Who thought, man, when I saw 200 people was registered for this thing, I was like, dang. Okay. What is going on here? Look at all these people ready to go. Okay. Now let's talk about monetization. Let's talk about monetization because this is where the rubber meets the road. I'm going to give you a stat, Justin Colvin. There are 700,000 people in the United States that call themselves a coach. The average income, Francesca, of those coaches is $47,000 a year. Now, here's what this tells me. And I had a strategist for a period who told me, he said, Coach, you are in the top 0.0001% of money earners in the coaching profession. And here's what it tells me is that those coaches may be great speakers. They may have a great book. They may have a great message, but what they have not figured out is how to do what we're going to talk about right here, which is monetize a concept, make money with the concept, right? So I found what fascinates. For me, that's Prey Drive, inner engineering. That's what I love studying. I have now packaged that. I've codified my methodology. I've codified it. Codified means I've deconstructed it. I have put it into coaching programs, boot camps, speaking engagements, online academies, licensing plays, right? Now we're having some fun here. Now I'm ready to monetize, ready to make some money, folks. Okay, so let's break that down. What's my selling philosophy, Ken Jocelyn? What's my selling philosophy, Kelly Eichler? If you're in my coaching program, Cynthia, what's my selling philosophy? It's real simple. Money changes hands when problems are solved. There is no difference in your coaching program or speaking than understanding this simple concept. Nobody is going to pay me to hear my story unless it solves a problem for them. Nobody is going to pick up my book unless it solves a problem for them. Nobody is going to hire me to be their coach unless I can solve a problem for them. Okay. So what I do for monetization is I create concepts that solve problems. $1 million follow-up solves a problem. What company in the world would not want their people to learn how to follow up better? Right? What salesperson on planet Earth would not want a 7-touch follow-up system? See, that book, that program solves a problem. The explanation of service teaches people a framework and how to explain their services. That solves a problem. What company, like tomorrow morning, I'm doing Pray Drive, business growth model, and I'm going through the explanation of service with a $2 billion mortgage company. And I'm doing that for 3 hours in the morning. So what am I doing is I'm bringing them, what problem am I solving? I'm bringing a structure. Right now, they currently do not have an explanation of value across the board. They do not have a selling system, and they want to teach their managers how to activate their Pray Drive. So I want you to type in, what problem does your message solve? Okay, what problem? Because this is where the money, right? If I got money in my pocket, folks, and I'm going to give this money to you, Brian White, there's got to be a reason that I'm going to give it to you. What problem does it solve? Hubert McIntosh, that's a great problem. Paying too much in taxes is a problem. The better you can package that concept and sell it to people, the more money you're going to make. Okay. What problem do you solve? Okay. Health and money, anxiety, weight loss, how to rise from the ashes. Okay. Now let's take that one. How to rise from the ashes, Terry Burgess. Tim Story made a fortune calling himself the comeback coach, right? Tim Story, he called himself the comeback coach, wrote books about the comeback, how to turn your setbacks into comebacks, got on Oprah Winfrey. So for you, I want you to remember, take the concept and package it in a way that it solves a problem for another person. Now, so here's the next question. Who specifically would pay you to solve that problem? And there's going to be 2 groups. Number one, there's going to be a niche. There's a niche of people, and you say, I have a very specific skill set in doing X, and it solves Y problem, and Z people would pay for it. Okay, so take a concept like person of interest. This is one of my biggest concepts I ever come up with. Person of interest. How do you become the go-to person? How do you become famous? How do you become known? Well, there's a subset of people who want to be people of interest because they know chasing anything sucks. They know they want to attract business. So that would appeal to anybody who wants to be a person of interest, right? So there's a niche of people and there's a general. Okay. Now let's take the Pray Drive concept, for example. What person in America doesn't want to have their Pray Drive activated? There are people who don't, by the way, but there are large numbers of people go, yes, I need to get my mojo back. I need to get my confidence back. I need to get my Pray Drive activated, coach. I need to play at a higher level. That is a general concept. But the question becomes, who could I sell that concept to? All right, so I'm going to give you 3 examples. 3 examples here. Okay, Lance Smith, what's up, big guy? When I first started my coaching business at 31 years old, my motivational coaching business, a bank came to me and they said, we have 500 people. They are in 43 locations. We're in the middle of a recession and we need you to go drive this big initiative for us. Okay. We need to go drive this big initiative for us. I said, okay, what have I got to do? So we're going to pay you $75,000 with a $50,000 bonus if you hit the target. And we need to hit this big goal. We need to get 10,000 new customers in 1 year. They said, they're yours, coach. And so here's the deal. I created a strategy. I coached those people every week, every month, until we drove 10,645 new accounts. That's a 43% increase. Now, let me tell you why that's important, Danny Green, because now I have proof of concept. Now I can say, I come in and I took a $2.2 billion bank. I took 500 people in 43 locations and I drove a 43% increase with my methodology. I took the methodology and I turned it into a book called Zebras and Cheetahs, Justin Colvin. Everybody see that? Now I got a methodology. Guess what I'm teaching a mortgage company in the morning? Guess what I'm starting off with? My methodology. Guys, this is the blueprint. This is exactly what I use to get a 40% increase. There's 10 steps to my model. Boom, 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 boom. What fascinates? How do I package it? How do I sell it? So that's one way to monetize is you're like a hired gun. You're a specialist. You know something other people don't know. You have something valuable. You're coming in to get a certain result, like a Navy SEAL that's coming in, right? That may be you. And you may command $1 million. You may say, hey, for me to come in and do it, it's $1 million. But I'm going to help you make 20 million. Money changes hands. Where's my girl Cynthia at? Money changes hands when problems are solved. Okay, Dr. Sally, thank you. Money changes hands. Hey, you got a problem? You got 500 people. They need motivation. They need pray drive. They need a system. Boom, I'm your guy. It's only going to cost you $75,000. Now, fast forward 10 years later, that same thing will cost $500,000 or $1 million. So when you think about it, you just get better and better and better and better and better. Better at marketing, better at packaging, better at selling. What fascinates me? How do I codify and package it? How do I market and sell it? How do I build the brand? Okay. How do I become a person of interest? How do I become known? Like that's the dude right there. Okay. My second example of monetization. There's an insurance company in Houston, Texas that pays me. This is insurance season. And they pay me to come in twice a month to activate and reactivate the pray drive in their people. And that is a monthly contract. So they pay a monthly coaching fee. I come in and bring my expertise, my packaging, my delivery, my cadence. Where did I learn that cadence? 15 years old, getting coached by that dude every night. Dr. Sally, that's where I learned that every single night, Maureen. Okay, I'm learning how to package, how to give, right? How many of you think people are paying for energy? They're not only paying for methodology, you're paying for energy. How do you quantify results if your professional experience is not extensive? Maureen, you got to get some results. You got to get some results from something to be able to say, this is how we did it. So you need proof of example. You need proof of concept. Hey, I work with this group. I got a 20% increase. Hey, I work with this group. I got this. And sometimes you just need to volunteer. The guy on my team right now is doing all my imaging, all my brands, a lot of my videos. He volunteered and worked for me for 90 days for free so he could show me what he could do. Okay. Third example, speaking. We just booked a speaking engagement for me to speak to Farm Credit, like 300 executives next summer. And they want me to start the conference or finish the conference. So there's 3 reasons people book you speak. They want you to start it. They want you to finish it, or you have some unique mindset and concept they want. So when they said, hey, we're looking at speaking, you speak into our group, I said, I got the best concept in the world. I'm writing a book on this called Flip the Switch. It's how to activate the pray drive in you and your people. It's going to hit your salespeople. It's going to hit your operations people. Matter of fact, it's going to hit everybody in the audience. And when I'm done with those people, their pray drive is going to be on high. And they said, we want you to kick this conference off to get them excited, Coach Burt. Okay. We want to bring you in, get them excited, activate that pray drive. See how powerful the concept is? What if I got on there and said, well, I got a concept. It's called pray drive. It's not that exciting. But I said, look, man, when I'm done with those people, 300, 100, 500, 10,000, don't matter. They're going to be so excited they can't see straight. They're going to be so ready and primed to listen to the other speakers. Their pray drive is going to be activated on high. Does that sound like what you'd like for me to do at this conference? Yes, sir. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get the contract signed. Now, here's my point. If you have terrible concepts, don't matter. If you have terrible cadence, don't matter. If you don't have a methodology, right? Now you're in trouble, folks. Now you're in trouble, okay? So let's go back to the beginning. What fascinates me? How do I package it? How do I sell it, okay? Now, let's talk about, I got 2 or 3 more concepts, and I'll take some questions. And thank you for coming tonight, guys. If you think I can help you in some way monetize your coaching, I want you to email eric@coachburt.com. You may want to come to one of my boot camps. You may want to spend 2.5 days at my coaching summit in January or another time of the year. You may want to come to Florida with me at my private house down there and spend a few days with me working on it. Or you may want us to help you write a book. So if there's a way you think I can help you, I know I can help you, but if you feel like I can help you, then email eric@coachburt.com and we will schedule a time. We'll talk and then we'll help you. Okay. Now, let me give you 3 more concepts and I'll take questions. I like taking a concept and turning it into a coaching program. Okay. Now, let me give an example. Many years ago, a guy on my team said, "Man, you're a freaking monster, coach. Like I've never worked with someone who has the intensity, the drive, the prey drive." He didn't say that, but that's what he was saying that you do. And he said, "I think we produce other monsters." And I said, "That's it. We're calling our coaching program Monster Producer." So right now, Monster Producer has 540 something members. Okay. And those members are all over the world. I use a church model, meaning I'm the pastor. I teach every Monday, that I would consider that small group. And then once a month, long form. You can come live or you can watch it online. It's very important, folks, because when I went online and I began to simulcast means I'm teaching, there's a live audience, and we can send it all the way to the world, Adam Island. We can send it all. People in London can watch it. People in Singapore can watch it. People in Mexico can watch it. People in California can watch it. People down in Florida can watch it. That exponentially increases your ability to monetize. Okay. Now, so I like combining. You can watch it online. You can come live. You can come to a boot camp. Better yet, let me get you my coaching program. It's only $9.97 right now, and it includes a 2-day boot camp with me. You can watch me every Monday. You can come live, and you can come to a boot camp. You can watch the replays, and you can come live, and you can come to a boot camp. Right? It's only $997, folks. Okay, Eric, why don't you put that link in there for the $997, the $997 Christmas special? If you don't have it, let me know. I'll send it to you right now, because there may be people tonight that are interested in taking advantage of that. Because here's the deal: some of you just need to learn how to do it. You need to see somebody do this. This is what I was telling Dr. Justin. Dr. Justin came and saw me at the Greatness Factory, and I said, "Man, you need to be in the coaching program to see how I do it. You need to see how I coach this many people at one time. How does one person coach 500 people at one time? It has to do with the model." Well, guess what? The model is set up that I could actually have 10,000 people in Monster Producer. It is set up to be automatically onboarded, the way we do it with our active campaign, which is our CRM, the way it automatically feeds information to you, the way it gives you access to the replays and the online academy through Lightspeed virtual training, the way you can watch it live every month. Okay. This is how you do it, man. This is how you do it. I said, "Man, I want 10,000 people. I'm going to try to get 1,000 first. And then I want 10,000, Justin." Okay. What's up, Mary Lee? So when you think about this, what I'm saying is you need to set this thing up where you can coach people, but you can coach them in a way that's scalable. Scalable means it's not just 1-to-1. How do you coach 1 to 50? How do you coach 1 to 1,000? How do you coach 1 to 10,000? Second Baptist Church is a good example. Houston, Texas, 58,000 members, folks. Imagine having a coaching program with 58,000 members. That is monetization. I don't care if they pay $1 a month. It's 58,000 a month. Okay. What if they pay $10 a month? What if they paid $200 a month? Boom. Now look at the expansion that you can have when you start thinking this big. So I like this model. One, I'm going to do webinars, just like I'm doing tonight. This is a form of speaking. I'm speaking tonight to 110, 120 people. Okay. On the webinar, I like to offer a coaching program. If you like what I'm doing, you know I can help you. Boom. Take action on this. Okay. I also like speaking in person for the energy, right? Why would they speak? Because I got a great concept that I've codified, that I've marketed and branded. Okay. When I get there, I say, "Hey, if you guys are interested, I want you to be in my coaching program, Monster Producer. It's only $997. You get a 2-day boot camp with it, right? And I can coach you for a full year for $997. The guy the other day said the guy said $997 a month. I said, "No, sir. $997 for the year." He's like, dang, this is crazy. Every week I get coached by you? Absolutely. Now, why? Because of the model that I've chosen. So I like speaking, and speaking is marketing. Speaking allows you to showcase. Now, you're going to get paid to speak. If you come to my coaching summit, I'll show you how to get paid to speak. But also, I speak to get in front of people to offer the coaching program. Everybody see that? Speak on the concept, pray drive. Hey, if you like this concept, I'm doing a 2-day boot camp on this in my life. Boom. Matter of fact, while we're here, I'll give you the coaching program and the boot camp if you take action today. See how I did that? I spoke. I had a concept. If they liked it, they want more. Now, this is a big mistake a lot of people make. They speak on topic A. They offer something over here, and it's got nothing to do with their message. There needs to be complete alignment on the message to the offer. Okay, it needs to be complete alignment. So if you're talking about pray drive, you need to offer some of pray drive. You don't need to talk about pray drive and then offer $1 million follow-up. There needs to be complete alignment. So I like the concept of speaking to offer and push coaching. Second thing I like doing is the concept into a course. And this is where I'm going with my online academy, is I love the concept of taking a concept and putting it into an online course. I like doing that for $397. And with the $397, they get 30 days of the live coaching. And then the $397 becomes a feeder system to the $997. Does everybody see that? Okay, so I like taking a concept. I'm going to take person of interest. I'm going to turn it into a single course. When you buy this course for $397, you also get 30 days of my Monday live calls in my coaching program. You watch the course, get the calls, get to taste the ice cream, and then we come back and say, if you really liked it, why don't you join the coaching program and get what? Get the boot camp. So see how we're doing this? We're putting it all together. What fascinates us? How do we codify and package it? How do we market and sell it? Okay, everybody's seeing a cycle here. Third thing I like doing is I like offering these congruent specials, meaning I go speak at Cody Askins' 8% Nation Insurance Conference. I speak on person of interest. I then offer, right, a 4-week mentoring with me on person of interest. And we're going to unpack that concept. Okay, thank you, Pastor Ken. I then, after the 4-week mentoring, okay, I also give you a year of Monster Producer. Now, once you get in the coaching program, you go, hey, you know what? I'd like to go down to Coach's house in Florida and spend a couple of days with him. I'd like to go to his couples retreat with him and his wife. I'd like to go over here. Oh, yeah, you know what? I want to write a book. Ken Jocelyn says, I want to write a book. You know what? Who can help me? Coach Burt's team can help me write the book. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, by the way, Coach Burt's got a person of interest package that when you write the book, you're going to need marketing and branding and sales. And I've got this package that helps you, and that's called my person of interest package. Okay, does everybody see all the intentional congruence here? Is there's a method. There's not a randomness and sporadicness to this. This is monetization at its best, folks. This is taking concepts and solving problems, okay? Now, let me finish with one more concept, and that is the New Greatness Factory. The New Greatness Factory is a 9,000 square foot unique destination location that is and will become the greatest hub of energy and exchange in the world. And I have no questions about that. I've studied all the models, Industrious, WeWork. I've studied the psychology. I've studied trust, belonging, and purpose. And I have created this place where great people will come to. They'll have office space there. They'll do their podcast there. They will come to trainings there. And once they get there at the Greatness Factory, they will be around other like-minded people. But all those people have problems. And once we say, these are the problems businesses have, you don't know how to explain your services. You don't have a selling system. You don't have a follow-up. You don't have a marketing plan. You don't have a book. You don't know how to brand and position. We have those solutions to those problems. And at the Greatness Factory, we'll become a business hub where people come to the Greatness Factory. And Francesca says, I got this problem. And I go right over there. This is my person that can help you. This is my person that can help you. Now, but that's not the big play, Steve Smith. The big play is licensing of these Greatness Factories, where you can have your own Greatness Factory. You can have your own greatness factory, and I can show you how to bring people to the greatness factory. They will have problems. We will offer solutions, and you will be able to make residual money off that. That is a much bigger monetization play, the licensing of greatness factories. Okay. And I'm going to show my licensees how they can make money. And not just a little bit of money, guys, a lot of money. Okay. And I'm going to go first. I'm going to open the first one in Nashville. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to give you the blueprint. Now, why am I telling you that? It's because tonight is about monetization. The greatness factory is a concept. No different than Pray Drive is a concept. No different than person of interest. If you're interested in the greatness factory concept, email eric@coachburt.com and just say greatness factory. Make sure you put your name and email in there, and I'll do a strategy session with you or bring you in and let you see exactly how we do it and how we're going to do it, because it's going to be my legacy, man. It's the biggest thing I've ever done. It's the most exciting thing I'm excited about. It is a concept packaged for monetization because it solves problems. It solves problems. Okay. Now let's recap. I know I've gone fast tonight, guys, and I've been doing this for, I don't know, since I was 15 years old. You see these pictures over here? That's me speaking at 10X to 10,000 people. And it's one of the greatest moments of my life. And somebody asked me, was I nervous when I spoke to 10,000 people? And I said, no, I've been preparing my whole life for this. I've been preparing my whole life for this. Okay. And so I would tell you tonight, if you're here, it's because you are fascinated by something. You want to learn how to package it, and you want to learn how to monetize it. Okay. And I'm going to just show you how we can help you. Number one, I think you need to look at our coaching program, A Monster Producer, because that teaches you how to sell concepts, how to sell and package and position and brand and work the selling system. And I don't care how good you are as a coach. I'm actually working with some well-known coaches that you would know, famous coaches that have certified coaches that don't know how to sell their coaching programs. What are we going to teach them? The Monster Growth System, and that is in Monster Producer. Okay. And right now that program is $997 and includes a 2-day boot camp on Flip the Switch. And we put the special in there tonight. Number two, if you have a desire to coach or speak and you are serious, then I think it is an absolute must that you come to my $1 Million Coaching Summit. And that is 2.5 days with me at my lodge. And I'm going to do 4 this year. I'm doing 1 in a few weeks, but I'm doing 1 a quarter. And I'm telling you, this will be a game changer. Ken Jocelyn is in here tonight. He's growing his business, and he will tell you that coaching summit made a significant difference in building his coaching business. Okay. And I would encourage you to spend 2.5 days and let me show you exactly how to do it. Okay. Dr. Justin will be there. And if you want to be there, that's coming up in just a few weeks. Email eric@coachburt.com. And man, I love that summit. Third thing, if you want to write a book and you have no idea how to do it, we are helping people write their books. We're doing 8 to 10 books a month. And I will show you how my team will write the book with you and for you. And at Monster Publishing, we're doing 8 to 10 books a month. We're making every book a bestseller. We got a 100% success ratio on it being a bestseller on Amazon. We just launched last week Denise Dean's book, bestseller on Amazon. We know how to help you do that. Okay. Gabby@coachburt.com can help you with publishing. Gabby@coachburt.com can help you with publishing. And finally, if you're out there and you're wanting to be a person of interest, I'm doing a boot camp on person of interest in February. It's the first time I've done a person of interest boot camp, and I'm very excited about that. It's at my lodge outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and it's 2 days with me. And I think that one's going to be killer. I'm going to teach you every strategy I use to raise my status and to become a person of interest in the world. And so if you're looking at any of those can help you. Okay. So Eric is here to help you. He's on my team. He can get on the phone with you. He can talk you through these strategies. Tonight, I wanted to deliver great value. And I just want to show you how we can help you. This is the tip of the iceberg to get started in what we could really do if I was able to coach you over a period of time. So I just want to tell you that we can help you. Okay, so let me take a few questions, and then I got to go home and see my two beautiful kids because my wife is at our lodge and I'm at our house. And my daughter texted me and said, "Daddy, I miss you." Sandy, thank you. It was meaningful for me too, just putting it together to help you. Okay. I saw a question on here. Is the 2-day in person? Yes, David, it is in person. If you can't come, we are live streaming all of my events now. So any event I do in person will be live streamed around the country. Okay. So just know that. So if you can't come in person, you can sign up and get the live stream and the replay. What's the best course for getting more referrals? Laura, the best course for that is actually called Acres of Diamonds. I'm doing that live, I think in the summer, but that is in my online academy. And we talk a lot about referrals in Monster Producer. So great question. All right, Eric, if you will help David Vu right there, help him with either person of interest if that's what he wants to come to. David, I'd love to have you there. That is going to be an incredible 2-day event. I'm so excited about putting that together. I'm excited about Pray Drive next week. Flip the switch. I'm excited about all of them, guys. If you love to coach people as much as I do, just being static at any period of time is drives me crazy, man. I want to be coaching people so bad I can't see straight. And I'm still doing live events. Tennessee is a great place to come to. You come to Nashville. Okay. There you go. All right, David, there's Eric at coachbird.com is the email. There's his, and Eric, if you'll post the person of interest 2-day boot camp in there for David as well. Okay, good. There you go. Good. There we go. Look at E. White coming through there. He's typing so fast he can't even see straight. Steve, thank you very much, man. I want to talk about the greatness factories with you. Okay. There you go, Tammy. I can help you be a better health coach. Okay, a lot of the health coaches have come to my $1 Million Coaching Summit. They've also come to Flip the Switch, and a number of them are coming to the Monster Growth Boot Camp. So just find one that works for you and your schedule, and we'd love to see you there. Okay, Deborah, thank you. Excited about person of interest. There you go. One thing I admire so much about you is your ability to keep moving. I'm doing it. That's my only option, to keep moving. Possibly, James. Many times I do end up partnering with people I coach. We've got a long history of helping people that I coach. In some ways, many of them, I'm doing, actually a person in my coaching program is a person that's helping me license the greatness factories right now. Okay. Yeah. Kelly, what we need for you is that person of interest. Kelly Eisler, that'd be a big one for you. Eric Price, January 12th through the 14th. What should I do to prepare? Here's what I think you need to do to prepare, Eric. I think you need to really think about what I talked about tonight. If you come to that coaching summit with kind of your concept in place and kind of do some of the homework that we talked about tonight, I think that will prepare you. What fascinates, how are you going to package it, and how we're going to distribute it? And what I'm going to teach you at that coaching summit is I'll teach you all of the ways you could take that concept and make money with it. Okay. Thank you. 8%. I love 8%. Maureen, greatness factories are going to be incredible. It's the only way I know how to say it to you. Justin, do you feel video exposure is good complement to writing the book? Absolutely. Listen, the book is of no value if nobody knows that you wrote it. So when I bring a new book out, man, my number one thing is I got to get attention for the book. I've done reality TV show. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff to get attention for the books, the morning videos, the podcasts, the webinars, the speaking engagements. It's all to drive attention to a concept. So we can help you with that. Which event helped me, doctor, to help teach others to balance nutrition? I would say probably person of interest would probably be a good one for you. I do think the $1 Million Coaching Summit would be a good one because it teaches you how to package and sell concepts. Okay. There you go, Eric Price. Yeah, Zach Price. I love that dude. You did a great job with him. He's a great young man. He's been in a lot of my coaching programs. So All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming up tonight. Thank you. I'm glad I activated your pray drive. That's all I know how to do, man. Like I said, I can't cook. I can't fix a car. There's a lot of things I can't do, but I do know how to coach people, and I do know how to package. Evan, thank you for taking action on Monster Producer too, man. I look forward to coaching you. Okay. Steve Smith, you guys, God bless you. We will have the replay of this, and the replay will be coming out. Eric at CoachBurt.com. Eric at CoachBurt.com. He can connect you to the right program for you. So I just want to say thank you. God bless you. Merry Christmas. And Sonny Giles, 2021 will be the best year. I appreciate you. Everybody needs a good coach in life, and it does my heart so good that you let me be one of your coaches. God bless you, and thank you for letting me be with you tonight. Let's crush it.